I love cats. Jesus, Jagger has like 13 cats.
13!
Oh yeah, clap.
Clap.
You wanna hold it? Oh, okay. Yes, do it. Okay.
Alright.
Are we ready?
What's our intro?
Wait, did it work?
Yeah, it worked. I make sure everything works. You're top, I'm bottom.
I wanna go home.
Hello!
We have a special guest today, guys.
We do. You can't see her. Well, actually, no, you can see her tail. She's... Ooh, that was nasty.
It's shedding season.
It's shedding season. It really is. It's really hot in here. Here, hold my... do we want to turn on the fan?
No.
No.
We'll deal with the heat.
We'll suffer.
We're strong, independent women.
Of course we are. Of course. Alright, so it's been a minute.
It's been a little bit of a break.
A little bit of a break. It was Easter. I feel like we deserved it. Maybe.
Yeah, we had a really long week the week before.
Or I did. You did.
Because, as I mentioned in the last episode, I was to have a very long work week.
Very long work week. But it's okay, because you made that shmoney.
I did make that
shmoney. We love it. Yeah, I don't know. Every single week has just been busy. Just all the time. Not even just because of work, but because of school and like things.
As things progress throughout the year, it just gets so bad.
So bad. So bad. And it doesn't help that we're all like, cooped up inside our little houses and stuff, so I mean, there's no freedom.
To those people who are used to that, though. I mean,
hearts go out to you.
Well,
yeah. So you got some interesting stuff on your arm.
Okay, so yeah. Well, I did order. Did I ever mention this in any previous episode?
I don't think so.
I ordered some Inkbox tattoos. So they're like temporary tattoos that only like last a couple days.
Not sponsored.
But they look very real. Oh yeah, very much not sponsored.
Very much so.
I wish though, because I would totally just like wear one thing of theirs every episode.
I would do it. I would do it too. I mean,
that would.
Hey.
Hey. But yes, I got one on my upper arm here for the viewers. It is like video game inspired art. I forgot the name of the artist. I'll look it up later. Maybe we can
give a little shout out in the description. It's really cool. It's got like horns.
In the middle, it's supposed to be a QR code. It's really faded. That's why it looks very odd now. But and then on my forearm here, this upper arm, forearm, above my wrist is Tomie. For any Junji Ito fans, or if you don't know who Junji Ito is, he is a horror manga artist. Ooh. And he writes like very like dark horror. It plays into a lot of stuff that normally people don't explore, and it's just very creepy. And I like his stuff. I have a bunch of his books that I haven't read much far enough into, but I really like the style so far, so I got one. And I kind of want to get a real one of it.
Yeah?
I saw some inspiration ones on Instagram, and they were really pretty, but the thing is, it's like, these are like independent artists, and like, I don't know if I should ask for permission first before I'm like, can I get a tattoo of this art that you had? So I did mention this one artist that I really liked, but they never messaged back.
Oh man.
I really, really wanted that tattoo, so.
Shucks.
Whatever. But so I am using these as a way to like get used to like the look, because I do really want a tattoo. I was talking to Sophia about it earlier, and I wanted one of a frog sitting on a mushroom holding a mic, and I wanted it to be like partially like dedicated for like to the podcast kind of thing, like holding a mic.
And I thought it was so cute. I was like, I'm going to copy that. I want that too. But instead of a frog, I want like a little kitty cat.
Yeah. And then it'll be so cute. We'll have like matching tattoos for the podcast.
Oh,
that'll be so cute.
Oh my gosh, I want one. Yeah, I really want a tattoo as well. Just like
it's really easy to like not get addicted, but like be like, I want one here, I want one here now, I want one here. That's like one of the concerns like people close to me have. They're like, just make sure you don't like go too bad with it. But I don't know, like I'm very selective in general.
Yeah, I know that if and when I ever get a tattoo, it's gonna be very like meaningful. I mean, I know obviously there's a lot of people who like just get tattoos to get tattoos because, you know, they want to use their body as like a mural and showcase art on it, and that's so cool. I respect that. That's just not for me personally. I feel like I really want just like things that have meaning
and just like cool art.
And like simplistic. I don't want like color tattoos on me. I don't want that, but I think those are really cool. I just want simple like black.
I like the black too.
Yeah.
The color ones, I don't know, because with my frog on a mushroom, it's gonna look even cooler if it wasn't color.
This is true.
So I might have to consider that.
Yes.
But yeah, I looked up a specific artist that I really liked in Virginia Beach.
Ooh.
And I just have to kind of like schedule an appointment or whatever. But I like his art style, and he has like some funky things going on. And I thought, whoa, he would totally make my frog look dope. Also, peep the purplish, grayish hair.
Oh yeah, we just didn't even talk about that.
Yeah. To anyone from work that listens to this podcast, I do not have purple hair.
No.
This is
an illusion.
Yeah.
You're tripping
It's,
right now.
I edited it in, but to those casual listeners that are new, that don't know us personally,
Yeah.
I have purple hair.
She has purple hair, and it's beautiful. And
She likes it. I don't know how to feel about it. It's very splotchy. It was the first time I've ever dyed my hair like fully. I tried it once before in middle school, but I didn't know what I was doing then. I know a little bit more now, but I still don't know what I'm doing. The story was that my boyfriend and I spent like almost 8 hours bleaching my hair. And I obviously like sectioned out throughout the day. And he had to go home, so I had to do the toning and the dyeing all alone. And so like that's why it's a little splotchy, because I couldn't really see everything that was going on. But
it's difficult.
yeah.
Shout out to those hairdressers who actually make it work, and
They do.
they're so talented.
But I can't afford you, so.
Yeah. Yeah. I really want to do something fun with my hair. I really like you know, Ariana Grande had that sort of pinky silvery color. I really like that.
That's a really pretty color.
Honestly, though, and I wish I could pull it off, but I'm really afraid that I'm gonna, you know, go to the hair salon. I'm gonna say, this is what I want. I want this color, and then I'm gonna come out looking like old. Like an old lady, because, I don't know.
It depends on how you wear it.
This is true.
And how you rock it.
Yes.
And if you don't like it, you can change it. And you can wear a wig.
And you could just shave your head off. And your hair off.
Don't shave your head off.
Don't shave your head off, please.
PSA. If you shave your head off, please call 911.
Please.
Like really fast.
Like really fast.
I don't think you will be able to.
No.
I think like there's like a study, it's like you have 20 seconds, so.
Yeah, so you better be fast. And those responders better be uber fast. Like crazy fast. Dang.
But yeah, I mean, Sophia says she likes it, and so if there's like one outsider perspective that says they like it, then I guess I'm fine with it. But I might go back and do a darker purple, then let it fade.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I have so far, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to wear a wig with long hair.
Yeah.
Stuffed underneath it without looking like a
big head. Big head.
One of those was it like the what was that one
cone heads?
No, not a cone head. That was me once before.
Once before.
I mean, if anyone takes a look at my Instagram,
oof.
I have a picture of me wearing a cone from work.
Oh yeah, literally on your head. Literally looks like Patrick Star.
It was my Patrick Star moment. What can I say?
You want to say it.
But what was I talking about?
We're talking about hair. Color purple, which is great.
Oh yeah, I was saying I need to stuff my hair under a wig.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
No relation to the musical.
We like already lost. Yeah.
Nope.
I was trying to like connect it to that one like villain in a movie. I don't even know what movie. I think it's a Disney movie.
Wait, are you talking about Shrek?
No.
Oh. I was thinking that fairy godmother in Shrek too, and she kind of has like purplish gray hair.
Yeah. Well, I meant like with the wig. I mean, like I didn't want to look like the brain-headed being, I don't know, someone knows what I'm
The
saying.
Alice in Wonderland? With Helena Bonham Carter as the Queen of Hearts, and she had that big old...
Well, yeah, I could also look like that, but no, it was the specific villain from a movie, from a Disney movie, question mark? Maybe not, or from a Disney show, and it was just a guy with a really big head, and you could see his veins popping out, and it was a large brain. It was brain head.
Ew. I don't... Megamind?
Maybe Megamind, but also it was someone that looks like Megamind. It was like a live action show. But it doesn't matter. And let's continue. Let's move on. So I have purple hair. We're talking about getting tattoos.
Yeah, body modifications.
I mean, what other things would you do?
Well, I mean,
tattoos?
Other than a tattoo, I don't know. I've always treated the idea of getting maybe another piercing in my ear, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, because I do like kind of like those, you know, they have like little chains or something.
I want one of those.
Those are fun. Those are
well,
fun.
you can also get them. You can also get those as like cuffs, though.
That's true.
You don't have to get a piercing.
That's
the
true.
cuffs are just comfy and.
If I was bold enough, I think I'd like to get like a nose ring or maybe like a lip ring, but I'm not that confident. I'm not.
I don't know about a lip ring, but I definitely think I would get a nose ring at some point.
A little stud or like a hoop.
Hoops are better. They more like they accentuate more.
Yeah, I really like hoops. I don't know if you can tell.
I saw this one. I mean, I didn't think you liked hoops. I thought you hated hoops.
No, of course I do. I mean, just look at these things. Who would ever like something like these? You know what they say, bigger the hoop, bigger the wholesome person.
Bigger the brain.
Bigger the brain.
If you have room for hoops,
if you got
you have room for knowledge.
Yes.
I don't know if anyone heard that, but that was adorable.
That was adorable. But would you get any other body mods?
Yeah, just maybe like a nose ring, but I wouldn't even wear that every day. There is a popular thing on TikTok though. Like this girl has a website, and I can't find her website because every time I see her video, I like it, and I'm like, I'll look for the website later, and so I don't have the website on hand. But she makes nose cuffs, and it goes on the bridge of your nose.
Oh, okay.
And it's really cute. I might have to find it.
That's really cool.
Yes,
okay.
And I really want one, and I think I'm about, I don't know, spare some change on that one. Give me. I want it.
Okay, so back to tattoos.
Yes.
Is there like a specific thing other than your little cute frog on a mushroom holding a microphone? Is there like something like a picture or a name or just like something that you want?
Oh, at some point? Yeah, I mean, like I mentioned, I really do want to get like an actual, like a permanent version of this Tomie tattoo. A picture, I was like considering getting my 2 pups on somewhere on my body. Just like tiny little like line art of them.
Oh, puppies.
Yeah, a little so cute. Maybe under the boob.
Under the boob pups. Nice. I think that's like a really prime place to get a tattoo though, especially for like a girl, because we have like, you know, the
crop tops.
The crop tops. You can hide it if you want.
Yeah.
But you can also, you know, let it show if you want. And I just think it's like really aesthetically pleasing. Like I use Pinterest to find all my inspiration for tattoos and stuff, and they're just so pretty. Oh my god.
I used to like never go on Pinterest because I didn't know that its potential, and the UI is kind of hard to get around. Like it's really confusing to understand. But once I finally did get into it, I was like, dang, where was this all along? And that's where I find outfit ideas.
Yes, me too. I also plan my dream house on Pinterest.
Yes, I have like magical fantasy houses that I want to make.
I want to see this.
I will never. Oh, okay, yeah, we'll share our Pinterest boards.
Oh my gosh,
later.
that would be hilarious. I love that. Speaking of houses, actually, what are we watching right now that we're kind of fans of?
Well, there is a show on Netflix that is popping off. By the name of Marriage or Mortgage.
Marriage or Mortgage.
And what is your opinion on this, Sophia? Because I already know your opinion, but
right.
Let the public know.
Let the people hear. Okay, so I don't really watch a lot of reality TV show in general. Like I don't keep up with the Kardashians. I don't hang out with the housewives of wherever. My family does watch House Hunters or something. Mm-hmm. We watch those a lot, and it kind of has House Hunter vibes, but I like this one better because
there's a twist.
There's a twist. Obviously, you can tell from like the title, Marriage or Mortgage. It's a couple. They're new, or well, not they're new. They're not new, but they're like they're young, I guess.
Engaged
they're younger.
Couples.
They're engaged.
Yes.
That's the word.
Yes.
They're engaged to be wedded. And so they go to these ladies who are very competitive, and they always have like crazy smiles.
I know.
Like they're always like,
they're just very smiley people, but that's a good thing though.
Yeah. I'd rather see them smile than frown.
For real.
But anyway, so yeah, they go to these people and they're trying to decide whether they want to have their dream wedding or their dream house. And, you know, you might be listening to it at first and it's like, oh, why would you even choose wedding? Why would you go that route? Because having a house is so much better. Well, you'd be surprised.
You really would. Because these couples have a choice, right? Mm-hmm. They already have saved up enough for a down payment. Mm-hmm. But they can choose whether to put that down payment for a house towards like their whole wedding. Exactly. So if they have $30,000 down, hey, put it towards your dream wedding. You know, the bigger the better. Mm-hmm. Personally, I would go for a house. I'm very much a homebody, and when it comes to my dreams, I'm not really. I don't know. I don't think girls nowadays dream of a wedding as much as before, because I do know like before it was such a big thing. I was like that was the biggest thing a girl looked forward to. Mm-hmm. But personally, the biggest thing I look forward to is big closet.
Yes,
ma'am. Big bedroom.
I love that for
nice
you.
Fireplace.
Ooh, fireplace? I love that.
We're living in the north, so
this is true. This is true. But yeah, some people, you know, their wedding, that is still the thing that they're most looking forward to, and they just can't wait to have that, you know, that beautiful dress or that perfect venue and just have the time of their lives. And I think that's really cool for if somebody really, really wants that, if that's, you know, what they've been wishing for their entire lives, then, you know, I get that. And it does happen, you know, some people do choose marriage over mortgage, and, you know, I completely respect it. To have that beautiful one night that's potentially the most important night of, you know, your life. However, it is just one night, and that's my opinion. That's why I would choose a house, because a house, that can last you potentially forever, whereas one night is kind of just like,
and you're putting all that money down on one night.
Exactly.
That's like, you really are throwing all those
You're not getting that. Yeah, you're not getting that back. You're going to have a few pictures. You're going to have a wedding dress that you're never going to wear again. But, I mean, you could give it to, like, your daughter. But that's beside the point. And it's just a lot of money to go to one night. However, I am, you know, enchanted by big-ass weddings. Like, those things are...
Personally, I would want a small wedding.
Yeah.
A little bit enchanting, but, you know, enough for it to be memorable for the family, but not, like, memorable, like, the best wedding someone's been to. I don't put that first, personally.
Right, yeah. I prefer to have a more meaningful wedding than
I'm there to...
Hello?
Help. Do you have an opinion? I'm there to tie the knot.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. I mean, yeah, 100%. I like to wear a nice dress and be in like a nice place, but it doesn't need to be like super huge. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Dream wedding, go. Dream wedding, no limits.
Oh, okay.
Whatever you want right now. Dream wedding.
Tuo Tamatoshi dress, Green Gables venue in California.
She actually has this plan.
Very enchanted, fairy tale like, almost like inspired by kind of royalty. I want to feel like a princess, but that's why I have that kind of image of. That's why I want a small wedding, because I want it to feel very. What's the word for it?
Intimate.
Not intimate, but like exclusive.
Ooh, okay.
There. So like I want that exclusive feeling, but also I really don't want a lot of people there, so that exclusive touch is just a bonus. But yeah, I just very enchanting. I want a fairy tale kind of thing, but I mean, fairy tale is different to other people.
Yeah,
but I want like fairy tale book style fairy tale.
What's the dessert on the table?
Dessert on. I love ice cream, so there's gotta be some sort of ice cream. I actually was talking to my boyfriend about this, not us planning our wedding or anything.
Not planning your wedding or anything.
we both agreed, we were like, we're not cake people, and we don't really think anyone in our family is.
I'm not a cake person.
Yeah, so we didn't really think having a big cake would,
be appropriate for...
Yeah, plus, like, we think it would be spending a lot of money for something people wouldn't touch. So, we would probably get, like, small cakes for each table with, like, something better. So, that's something to be figured out later, but...
Yeah. Do you have a particular flavor of ice cream?
Ooh, for guests, I guess, like, we would go traditional vanilla, and then they can get, like, a variety of toppings.
Ooh, like an ice cream bar.
Yes. Ooh, yeah. A full ice cream bar for sure.
Yes, ma'am.
But personally, I'm a very strawberry kind of girl.
Aww,
I'm very
that's cute.
natural. Yeah. I like strawberry anything. If you want to please me, if you want to ask me for a favor,
if you want to get married to her,
yeah, just literally give me strawberry ice cream, and we'll be set.
Hit it off. I love that for you. What about the entree? What are you feeding people?
Entree. What am I feeding people? See, I never really liked the idea of having a food truck at a wedding. I remember when we saw that first episode, did they have
the food truck? Yeah.
I was like, food trucks are kind of, it's not for an exclusive type of, like, style wedding.
Yeah, it's definitely quirky. It's definitely for a select group of people.
But
it's really cool. It's a really cool idea, but it's just not what I would associate a wedding with.
I mean, see, that's what I originally thought too, but then I thought about it some more, and it's like, you don't have to feed guests something they won't eat, right? You don't have to choose ahead of time something that you might not feel like eating that night.
Right.
So maybe a food truck would be good because, we can all chill and have fun, and it is something actually memorable.
Yeah.
Like, we had a food truck and I had the best burger or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, maybe that is a good idea, but for the vibe and the theme I'm going for, it might not match. But I could probably grab like a different style of food truck, maybe like a more, like posher side of food truck. Something cool.
Something cool like that.
But yeah,
that's fun. Yeah. I didn't think about that because you do. I mean, I've never been to a wedding, but people, sometimes they're like, you get the food and it's like, what is this? And you're like, I don't want to eat this. And then you're just going to be hungry at night. So I guess food truck is kind of a good idea because everybody can kind of get what they want, what they're in the mood for, and they can just, partay.
Partay. Yeah. Weddings are something I do dream about, though. But, man, I could talk for ages about house.
House,
like,
yeah. Ooh, I love houses.
I've had so many conversations with people about what I want in a house. I mean, like even my boyfriend has come up to me like, hey, if we get a house, I want steps that, like, make piano sounds, like stairs. And I was like, okay, get what you want.
Like Big.
Yeah.
The Tom Hanks movie. That would be so much fun.
I haven't seen that movie.
It's really cute.
I should then.
You should. Agreed.
But yeah, I do want a big home, but more so like, maybe big like a suburban home, like maybe like your home like this. But it's really quirky on the inside, and there's just it's roomier.
It's you.
I just like room and aesthetics in a home.
Aesthetics.
And I didn't really get that in most of my homes growing up. Not because we didn't bother, but because like it was just kind of our home, So it was very homey, and we didn't really have an aesthetic. I guess home is an aesthetic.
It is. Like, I mean, you look around my house, and it's just mismatched everything.
No, it's good. It works, though. It works.
Yeah, it's not ugly or anything. But it's not, like, cohesive. I always look forward to the time when I get to have my own space. Yes. And it all looks cohesive, and it matches. Yes. And everything is just so put together and satisfies my perfectionism.
Or it could look very perfect being, like, mismatched, but in a good way.
Yeah, like, it's purposefully quirky and mismatched, and, like...
That is chef's kiss. Stop giving the audience a kiss. They didn't consent. Can I give you a kiss? Thanks.
Anywho.
Anti-who's.
But yeah, definitely recommend watching Marriage or Mortgage on Netflix.
If you want to get mad.
Sometimes you'll get mad, depending on, what your values are and what you want.
Yes, so I do have one more thing to add about this show.
Yes.
And it's, like, why people choose a wedding. Because there was one couple where I kind of forgave it. I don't remember if they chose wedding or the mortgage. I think they chose the house. But it was a couple, and the husband-to-be is in the military. And so they really wanted to have a dream wedding because he wanted he wanted to tie the knot with her so that, you know, when he is deployed again, she would have the benefits of being his wife, like, you know, the insurance, all that. Whereas, like, having the house, you would have the house, but you wouldn't have him. Right?
Yeah, and if you're really getting married to someone who's in the military and works for the government, I know this being, you know, that kind of family, you're moving a lot. So having a house is like...
What are you coming back to?
Are you coming... Nothing, maybe. But...
Yeah, so that's why I was, in my heart was like, I will totally understand you choosing the marriage. And also one other point is that these are young couples. I mean, most engaged couples are very young, and if you choose a mortgage, you're not really guaranteed to have that house for more than 4 years.
Right.
Because you are still at that time where your career has maybe just started, or, you know, it's steady now, but it's at that place where you could get moved to a new location for a better opportunity, and you've already have a mortgage payment for this house, and it's all this going on, and you have to sell it again because you're moving back out after like 4 years. So it totally makes sense having the dream wedding, but you wouldn't have the money for like rent or anything.
Right.
It's like you really do have nothing. So it's a tough decision. That's why I totally understand.
And that's why it's so interesting to watch, and it is so, like, it keeps your attention, because you're like, oh, what are they going to pick? Are they going to choose this dream night that's going to be beautiful and magical and so much fun for them? Or are they going to choose a house that's going to be their home for family and pets and friends and parties and whatever they want to do? So there's so many things that go into it, and I just think it's really cool. And unlike freaking House Hunters, I will say this, when you watch like House Hunters on like HGTV or wherever you watch it, those couples, they're always fighting. They're like, oh, you want a pool?
It's like, why do you
want a pool? I want a freaking walk-in closet. And they always look like they're about a freaking divorce after they get their house. Unless you're watching Fixer Upper. Fixer Upper is different. With Chip and Joanna Gaines, that show is perfect in every shape and form. But with Marriage or Mortgage, you see these people, and
it's more like they're excited for the future rather than they're already with each other.
Exactly, they're tired of each other. And I mean, like, that is part of it, because, like, you know, they're new couples, and, you know, they're still in that pre-honeymoon phase where they're so in love with each other. But it's still so beautiful to watch, and they love each other so much, and I'm like, this is all I want in my life, is just someone to love me.
The only criticism I have about this show, because this show is kind of perfect, but it's in Nashville.
It's in Nashville.
And the venues, one of the venues was like at a bar, and it was very pretty. I'm sure it was pretty in person, and to the couple, maybe that's what they did have envisioned. But I'm like, can we have like a forest up in here?
Can we have a forest?
You know, where's the cathedral for the very posh people?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
She's like, come on.
And then the houses too, you know, it was a lot of townhomes and stuff for like $400, which is very similar to where we are here.
Right.
But it's like, Nashville! Couldn't it have been in like San Diego or something? I don't know.
San Diego?
San
Diego.
Or San Francisco. And that kind of would have been pretty.
Maybe
those would have been townhomes too, but it would have been pretty.
Yeah, maybe, but it would have been pretty. Maybe for season 2 they'll go somewhere else. Maybe they'll.
Well, it's because the lady, the realtor lady, and the.
Oh, that's true. Because you can't have realtors in like more than one jurisdiction or something like that. Maybe we'll just.
I think that's just how they're located. Like they based the show off in Nashville because they were already there.
Right.
But I don't know. Maybe we'll have 2 new host ladies.
Yeah. Maybe we could be the hosts.
Hey, I could be a realtor for a day.
I could plan a wedding, maybe.
It's very stressful. Also, a little tidbit from a friend of mine. I'm going to be very ambiguous with how close this person is to me.
Sure.
But I was watching an episode of this with her, and she mentioned that when she got married, her father was like, "Hey, I'll give you $10,000. You can either put that towards your wedding, or you can keep the money."
Shoot, she had Marriage or Mortgage.
She really did have that choice, but that was a long, long time ago. And she chose wedding because she was still at that ripe old age where she really dreamt of it still. But, you know, she says how she did kind of like regret it. So maybe that's like an extra piece of tidbit for you guys who might have a similar situation or end up in the show. Like, you know, she did regret it because it was one night and it's very stressful and you hardly have time with your significant other because there's family members pulling you aside wanting you there. And so it's like, it really is like a night that you won't remember. Yeah. Except the guests will. Yeah. You won't.
Yeah. And I mean, you will have those pictures though of like the good times, and that is very valuable, and just goes to show there's so many things that just go into it, and so many different values and things that you have to take into account, and it's just such a good show.
Yeah.
It's so entertaining.
I learned a lot from that show. Who would think, like, you would learn something from a reality show? Maybe, like, shows like that, though, like, with house hunting and, like, marriage and stuff, you would learn from, but, like, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, or
something like
Dancing with the Stars, you're not really gonna learn much from
it. Yeah, they're just there for entertainment's sake, which,
hey,
they do their job.
It does do their job. Speaking of reality shows, there is a dating show that I found out from Noel Miller, which is a YouTuber I watch, which he's a very popular YouTuber. I'm sure a lot of people will know who he is just by the sound of his name. But he made a video of this one, or actually 2 videos, of this one reality show called Temptation Island.
Ooh, salacious!
And it's about it's about these couples who are split up. Ooh. And one half of the couple is in a room full of single people. And they spend, like, I guess, like a month on that island doing their own thing without seeing their significant other. And the show's basically about how, whether or not they will cheat on their significant other, hence Temptation Island.
Oh my gosh.
And it's very juicy. It's a very toxic show, just from the video I saw of his. And it's very funny to make fun of, for sure.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's couples that go in at the beginning, they're like, I love her, I really think I can do it. I can totally just have a good time without, and then that's the person who really did the deed. And
is it on Netflix?
I don't know. Maybe we can...
I'll have to check that out, because that's actually kind of interesting, but terrible at the same time.
It's so bad, and I would never put myself in that show.
No.
Not because, like, anything would happen, but because it's, like, it's already such a toxic environment from the start, having to prove yourself to your significant other.
Right.
It's as if you're proving yourself, it's as if you're trying to prove yourself, because you already know you can't do it, kind of thing.
Yeah, and that makes me wonder, like, the people who do enter these reality TV shows, why? Why do you, except for, Marriage or Mortgage or Fixer Upper, those are fun and stuff, but, Temptation Island, Love Island, The Bachelor, The Bachelorette,
it's never forever couples.
No. Yeah. But I mean, with those survival ones where you have to,
Naked and Afraid.
Naked and Afraid. Why would you do that?
That's a scary show.
Exactly. Okay, you might be making some money. You might win a big prize if you win the entire thing. But how's your job going to react to this? How are your family and friends going to react to this? You're going on national television naked and afraid, or you're going on national television cheating on your significant other. And I'm like, why would you put yourself in this position in the first place? I just want to know the psychology of people who do that, because it's really interesting. It's something that I would never do.
I would hate saying this, but I definitely think it's trashy culture.
It is. But, it is a part of the culture. And people are like, oh, maybe I could get discovered by doing this. And I'm like, honey, no.
If you had to go on a reality show to get discovered. Sorry, not sorry.
Shoot, I don't even know.
That was literally my sleep paralysis that escaped her mouth.
Ew, that is scary. Shoot. I mean, I'd love to be on one of those singing competitions, but I'm not talented enough for that.
Masked Singer is only for celebrities, though. That's very exclusive.
Have you seen, what is the one? Can you see my voice or something? Or it's like you have to guess who's a real singer and who's a fake singer.
Oh.
it's actually kind of entertaining because like you see people and you're like, oh, they look like they're a really good singer, but in reality they're trash. They are doo-doo feces at singing. But like that's their thing. They're supposed to pretend that they're really good and they make up like lies and stuff of how they did like some sort of performance.
Dang.
It's really fun. It's a really fun thing to watch, but yeah, I don't know. If I could be on like any reality TV show,
yeah, I would go on a house hunting show or something.
Yeah,
like
probably like
if they are giving me money for
if they're
right. If they're giving it to me for free.
Yeah, if I'm getting a free house, I'll do it. Or I'd probably do Fixer Upper so I can meet Chip and Joanna Gaines because they just seem like such a cool couple. They seem so chill. I heard that.
I was cracking my bone. I don't know why I didn't wait till later.
She said, "Let me go."
It has to happen right now.
But yeah, because I love Chip and Joanna Gaines, and I would love to see them do their magic on a freaking house.
I feel like I know who you're talking about because I feel like I've seen the show, but at the same time, I can't put a face, but I know.
It's like the husband is like a really rambunctious man-child with blonde hair. And
is Joanna like the Asian?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're so cool.
She's so sweet. She has like a southern...
Yes! Oh my gosh. I would love to be on that show, but I don't want to live in Texas. That is my only problem.
Oh, true. Texas is an okay place, but people hype it up too much that I'm just like, sorry, it's not exclusive enough for me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there are some places in Texas where it's really cool, like Austin or Houston or something like that. But then there's like other parts where it's
in the middle of nowhere.
It's like my mom, she grew up in Texas and she called the place that she grew up Stankadena. I'm not even lying. My history teacher in junior year of high school made an entire PowerPoint about how Texas was terrible.
Like, in history?
No.
Oh.
In his subjective opinion, which he portrayed as objective. He's so funny. I love that teacher. He was great. But he just an entire class of how Texas was terrible. And hey, nothing wrong with people in Texas.
No.
Well,
sometimes.
I mean, there's something wrong with people everywhere. But I'm not saying that everybody in Texas is terrible. I'm just saying.
Not saying everyone's great.
Exactly. There's just some parts in it where it's like,
just don't leave Texas.
Once you're in, you're trapped. You cannot leave.
That's why they
come over to your house and at night and they say, everything's bigger than Texas. Wait, we have to do it together. Everything's bigger in Texas. That's your other sleep paralysis.
Yeah, that's your sleep paralysis.
That's
demon.
Texans' sleep paralysis demons.
That's why they can't escape.
They're trapped. My mother was lucky to get out.
I know, she was one of the lucky ones.
She was one of the lucky few. So yeah, definitely a house hunting show. Ooh! So there's a reality TV show. It's actually not a reality TV show. It's like an MTV sort of like snippet thing. And I saw it on my Snapchat story for some reason. But it was something about tattoos, and this comes back to our tattoo discussion. And it was literal pairs of people.
Oh.
Telling a tattoo artist to tattoo something on
I know this
another
show.
person.
Yes.
And I was like, this is the worst idea in human history.
Yes.
Because we can talk about this here in a second, but there are things you need to take into account when you are getting a tattoo. As we know from parents and people who are like, no tattoos, there are things that you need to do to take into account before getting a tattoo. A, they're forever. B, your skin will sag, and if it's places where the sun's gonna get it will fade. And you have to think about what you're going to think about in the future. You're going to have to think about, is it something stupid or if it's something funny? There's so many things to take into account, and our parents are like, you're going to hate it when you're older, and it's like, but I don't want to have any regrets, and I want to get something meaningful and cute, and I want a dragon tattoo.
Yeah, just trust yourself to choose a tattoo that you know you will still love.
Exactly. Think about it, because you don't want to be stuck with like a creepy ass clown face on the back of your thigh or something. You don't want that.
Unless it has a sentiment. Or if you're a Texan, then you really don't.
Yes.
Like, as we've already
known, you're a clown. No, I'm joking. You're not a clown. We love you.
Some of you.
Anyway, but yeah, so this freaking Snapchat reality TV show thing. Problematic people. Like, these weren't even close people. They were problematic people. Like, the one episode that I did watch was a couple. Uh-huh. They were on the verge of breaking up. You could already tell. And, oh my god, it was so bad. The dude was really mad at the girl for, like, spending all of their money and whatever. So, they don't get to see the tattoos that are getting tattooed on them, by the way. So, they don't know until it's done. And they don't get to decide. He had this person tattoo on his significant other, his partner. And the tattoo artists were like, I do not want to do this. This is terrible. This is the worst thing I've ever had to tattoo on somebody. It was literally udders with money coming out of the little udder things and said, stop milking me. So he was like telling his significant other to stop milking them of money. And then the girl gave the guy a tramp stamp. Oof. And it was like, I can't remember exactly what it said, but it was like a tramp stamp of like a thong. And it was said something that like screwed with his masculinity or something, and, you know, try to peg him down or something. But that's on you for the rest of your life unless you pay for an expensive ass
like
surgery.
Laser removal.
Exactly. So that is probably like the one reality TV show that I'm like, why would you even think that's a good idea to get yourself into? Sorry, you yawned, now I have to yawn. I was just like, why would you even do that to another person?
I know, it's really awful. I think I did see on TikTok someone who did go on this show and was like, someone did something bad for them. I think it was also another, like, her boyfriend did something bad. Why is it the men that always choose the worst? It's like,
garbage.
You do everything but break up with someone.
Shoot. Yeah. Let me get you an ugly ass tattoo on your freaking stomach.
But I won't
leave you.
Yeah. It's like, but yeah, and she like had to get it removed or covered or something. Mm-hmm. I think like covering a tattoo is cheaper than getting it removed.
I think it's also really cool, the process of getting it covered, especially if it turns out really well. I think that's kind of like a really cool concept.
I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I don't feel tired. Whatever. It's right up in there. But yes, more tattoos. Yeah, I definitely have to think on this tattoo, but I know I want to get one, at least one in my life.
Me too.
A very big like figure of mine is PewDiePie, and how like his tattoos are very like, it's just art. It's like actual art pieces by artists. So like that's why, and I didn't get the idea from him. I've always wanted to get tattoos that were just art. Mm-hmm. Like that is in itself is meaningful because it's someone else's meaning, and you're able to like put that on you if it's good looking.
If you like it.
But and then I saw that he had it, and it just kind of like solidified that idea for me more. And he has really, really nice ones. He actually does have a frog tattoo too, because he had a frog Slippy that died, and then he got a tattoo in commemoration.
Rip.
And yeah, he has like a really cool like house tattoo of like a piece of art, and it's very nice.
That's really cool.
But yeah, look it up. You guys might actually like it.
Yeah. And if you have any recommendations for tattoos, send it to us on our Instagram.
Give me.
I want inspiration for a tattoo. If you're a tattoo artist and you're listening, send some of that over. I want to see it. Maybe I'll buy it from you.
There you go. Or if you have art that you think would be nice, gimme.
Let's see it. I want to see it.
Well, Sophie and I did something very special yesterday and today.
Yes, we did. That's true. This is true. This
very,
is true.
very special.
It took me a minute. I was like, what did we didn't see each other yesterday. I was like, what?
Dummy,
you idiot. Absolute.
What are you on about?
Anyway, we got vaccinated! Well, yes, that is a unit. But yeah, we got vaccinated. First dose, Pfizer. So we're not completely vaccinated yet, just halfway.
Yeah, but hey, us together being halfway vaccinated makes a full.
Together we are completely vaccinated.
If we just kind of fuse right now, it'll work.
Yeah, that's it. I agree.
Like in Steven Universe.
I love Steven Universe. Anyway, vaccines.
I don't know. That was supposed to be like our fusion dance.
That was slightly disgusting. Okay.
It was awful.
And that's why it would be our fusion dance. But yeah, we got vaccinated, and that's really cool.
It was very interesting. I went to a Gander Mountain location. You know those
Oh, the freaking outdoor places?
Yes.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they cleared out the entire store, which is a really large store, and made large spaces for people to check in and out and get shot. And I was at the very end of the day, so it was a lot of waiting for me. Mm-hmm. Was it a very continuous process for you? The only waiting part was the 15-minute at the end, I feel like.
No. I feel like you should share your experience first, and then I'll share.
Okay, yeah. So I go in and I'm 5 minutes late. Oof. Mind you have to go in 15 minutes early. Oof. So I really was panicking because I was are they gonna let me in? But I was scheduled for 5 to 5:15, which is the last slot of the day, I think, or one of the last slots. And so I go in, they let me in, they take my information, do the questionnaire. Have you ever had a positive COVID test? No, blah, 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 blah. And they lead me to the station where you do get your shot, and I sit there for a good 10-15 minutes because they have to go out in the back and get the syringes because they are out at that point. Yeah, so I had to wait because the nurse even was telling me, she was it's not really a good idea to do it at the end of the day because it's slow. I'm a very patient person, so I really didn't see much of a difference. I didn't care. I have to sneeze really bad, so I'm gonna talk. Don't worry, it went away. Oh, okay. Yeah, I kept talking to make sure it went away, but and then I got my shot. The nurse was really nice. She had a really cute accent. I don't know where it is, but it's a very African accent. Maybe.
Oh, those people.
I
love those accents. I love
it. Was so pretty. I couldn't stop listening to her talk, but she was very shy. Aww. But she was also sociable. When I talked to her, she was ready to answer. Mm-hmm. It's just that she allowed the silence to be there.
She was there for her purpose.
I asked her, I was are you a volunteer? And she was no, you have to be a nurse to be able to give this stuff out. Mm-hmm. And I was oh, okay, where do you normally work then? And she was I work at a nursing home. Aww. I was oh, and I she mentioned how it's very hard for the elderly because all they want is to be near family.
Yeah.
But their family doesn't like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's so sad.
But yeah. And she says, a lot of them are in a extreme condition where they have dementia or they're just very close to death. So, and she said it's so natural. She was they're just right up at the end of it. So it's but I mean, if you're in that kind of work, I'm sure you have to kind of, you have a very good acceptance of death.
Yeah, you probably get a lot of perspective there.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, and she was nice, and I got it. She sent me off into those waiting areas where you wait the 15 minutes. I didn't wait the whole 15 minutes. I waited 14 because people were already leaving and they were just waiting for me.
You felt the peer pressure.
Yeah, they were just staring at me, waiting for me to leave. Oh, the lady that wiped down the seats, she was just waiting literally standing right beside me, waiting for my clock to hit. But I was just you know what? I'm gonna go. I was thank you, bye. And then yeah,
and that was it.
Yeah.
All right. So I think. Okay, so it's really complicated to talk about it because, it's a very difficult thing because we're trying to get as many people vaccinated in this country as possible as fast as we can.
Yes.
So it's really hard logistically to get
Virginia's doing well, though.
We're doing pretty good, yeah. But it's just very hard logistically to get everything organized and running smoothly. I do think that they need to be a bit more transparent about what actually happens so that people aren't
yes,
thrown off because
I don't know what it's in there or something.
No. Well, I mean, not even. I mean that too.
Oh yeah.
But those people are just they need to chill. Anyway, but the way that I did it, I signed up through a website to get registered. I gave them my information. I told them that I worked in the food industry. You did the government
website, right?
I think so. Yeah, it was Get Vax COVID VA something.
Yeah.
And I gave them my information. I set up my appointment, which was supposed to be from 10:10 to 10:20. And they said, don't get there any earlier than 5 minutes before your appointment. So I do that. And mine was in Haymarket. It was at a Kaiser health center thing.
Kaiser Permanente.
Kaiser Permanente. And I got there, and there were 2 lines. One for the first dose and one for the second dose. Both lines were wrapped around the building. And I'm standing in the line, and I'm not too irritated. I didn't have anything going on during the day except for this, obviously, but I knew hopefully I was going to be done by then. But I had somebody waiting on me who had to drive me, and it was just a really long line. And it was very slow going, and I didn't know that this line was going to be there. A lot of people didn't know this line was going to be there.
Because, you get the appointment.
Exactly. You set an appointment, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to be there from 10:10 to 10:20.
Because that's your slot, and that's...
Because you chose that freaking appointment, right? So you expect that everything's going to be ready, you check in, and you go in.
But it's like everybody has the same appointment.
Everybody chooses the 10:10 to 10:20, and it's like, well, this was pointless for me to set up an appointment. It should have just been like, okay, come when you can, and then you'll have to stand in line. They don't tell you that you're going to have to stand in the line. It's just, you're going to be here, bring your driver's license or whatever, but they don't say, be prepared to wait 15 minutes before getting your vaccination. You'll still be able to get your vaccination if you're not, in the building by 10:10 to 10:20 because you're waiting in a long line. So, you're standing there, and it took me 40 minutes to get into the building.
Dang.
I didn't get my vaccine until 11 o'clock.
Did you text your ride hey, you should grab lunch or something?
No, yeah, I text my ride was like, yeah, I understand what's going on, so don't even worry about it. And he was very cool about it, and I really appreciate that. But I didn't get my vaccine till 11:40, not 11 o'clock. It wasn't a whole 2 hours. 11 o'clock, and you even go into the building and you have to refill in the same information that you gave to even register for the vaccine.
Yeah.
And it's like, why am I giving you this information again when you already have it for my pre-registration? And I understand that they want to make sure it's you, but you have my driver. Here's my driver's license. Check my name. Check my date of birth. I'll give you my email again, but why do we need to rehash my ethnicity, my address, my zip code, and my phone number when you already have it?
That was something really weird with my appointment. I put in my address, and Sophia and I are in a very
we're not far away.
County, or town. We're in the same town,
really,
and they suggested a location to me that was 40 minutes away. And that was it,
And mine was 15 minutes away. So yours was really far away. Mine was really close. I don't know
what happened there. Even the lady that was doing my questionnaire at the beginning when you check in, to make sure all the information is correct, she was literally like, "Oh, you're coming from really far, huh?" Mm-hmm. I was like, "Yeah, is that weird?" And even my dad pointed it out when I told him. I was like, it's 40 minutes away. Mm-hmm. He was like, what? Yeah, I just feel like it really needs to be handled a little bit better, and people need to be told that they're going to be waiting. And I didn't know there was going to be a 15-minute wait after you get the vaccine. Yeah. And for me, that was fine because I didn't have anything planned. Maybe do it at the end of the day, because I did have no line at my 5 o'clock appointment.
Yeah, I was just late. But I didn't know what was happening, and everything went by so fast, so mine is scheduled for around the same time in 3 weeks. But, I mean, it's whatever. I know I'm not going to have anything planned that I'll be able, that I'll miss.
You can wait again.
I can wait. But I know that there are people who need to, get their vaccine and go. They need to go do whatever they need to do. And I just feel like people need to be aware that there's a lot of waiting.
There should be a warning on the thing, hey, this is not the guaranteed time slot.
Exactly. It should be arrive here at this time. This is not when you're
10:20.
Yeah. This is not your appointment. This is not the time that you're guaranteed a vaccine, but you will get a vaccine.
I'm just happy that I was getting it.
Exactly. So. I'm happy. I'm so happy I got it, and I know that those first line workers or the front line workers are working so.
First line.
Hey, same thing. But they're working so hard to help everybody get this vaccine, and it's so important. I just think it needs to be run better so that it's easier for them. It's easier for the people getting the vaccines. It's easier for the people who are nervous about the vaccines. So, there's your little PSA. Just be prepared to wait.
Be prepared.
Be prepared.
Well, Well, anything else that went on that Oh, well, within those 2 weeks, we finally got to experience our new role.
This is true.
Work. Yeah. I mean, I couldn't.
Oh, yeah, you couldn't. I did. I whipped out my freaking swipe card so many times. The feeling of power that runs through your veins is immense.
Very nice.
I'm very grateful for it. I'm ready to work. I'm ready to grind and get that chicken out.
And the pay raise was not so bad. It's not so bad. Not so bad.
We're very grateful. We're very fortunate
So,
for our job. So
yeah, I mean, I love working there. I'm very sad that I'm going away to Richmond. Hopefully I can come back during the breaks because I really don't want to stop working here.
No, absolutely.
But I am getting like an apartment with a 12-month lease.
Yes.
So I will be living there during the summer where college kids are going to be kicked out of their dorms.
True.
But I can still be there.
True. Well, there you
So
go.
I could always just get someone else to live in there while I...
Yeah, you can rent it.
So,
But yeah.
I mean... Well, what do we have planned
For this
next
upcoming
week?
week?
Yeah.
Nothing much really. I've got a few exams this week. I
Mm.
got a 40-hour work week ahead.
Lots of working.
Yeah. It's just really busy. I know it's a really busy time, but I'm ready. I'm ready to kick it out of the park. I got my energy drinks stocked. To my 2 energy drinks.
I haven't got my energy drinks stocked. I should get them stocked.
Mm-hmm.
I am planning on trying to catch up on work tonight. That was due over the break.
Go do your work. If you need to do some work right now,
Honestly, though, like,
do it.
I'm at that point where I can just turn it in late because my grade is really good. Because
Nice.
like for some people during COVID, it was really hard to keep up with grades, but
Yeah.
for me, it was really easy.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was just like easy work out. But some people don't even want to do their work because like the motivation's not there. And I completely
Motivation
get it.
isn't there. It really
And
isn't.
I really don't blame anyone for not having that.
Exactly. I had good grades in,
So-
in high school, and I mean I have good grades now, but they're not as good as they were in high school. It's just because Zoom classes have been kicking my booty.
I'm definitely turning my stuff in late this time. I mean, this is like the second time I've turned something in late for that class, so I'm all right. But
you Gucci, you floating.
yeah. So I'm excited for this week. I'm just excited that I'm going straight back to work, going straight back to school. Gonna clean my room.
Love it.
I'm just gonna try and get myself together.
Clean space, clean
Real
mind.
quick.
I love it.
I never have a clean space though, so it's okay. I'm thinking of applying for like a library card in this county because I only have a Fairfax County library card.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm thinking of just doing stuff at a library nearby,
That's smart.
like maybe going to school or like maybe I can focus better there or
Yeah, because you associate home with like relax, chilling. But yeah, being in a specific space.
it's just hard because I do have work immediately after
Yes.
school.
True.
It's like if I want to go to a library, I really can't do it.
Yeah, you gotta.
Unless I go to the library in my work clothes, which isn't a bad thing. Because like you're at a library, everybody's wearing something.
Well, I hope so. I hope so.
Sorry, no mask, no service.
Sorry, no shirt, no service. No pants, no service.
No socks, no service. Get them
Okay.
stinky feet out of
Get
here.
those stinky feet out here. Shoot. Anyway. Pichu!
Not you, kitty.
Not you, kitty. Your paws, your little toe beans can go wherever they want. All right then.
That was good.
That was good. I liked it. Ooh.
I'm excited for the next episode. I think we'll have some good stuff to catch up on.
Yes, ma'am. I'm excited too.
Because we have been talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Because I'm waiting on someone.
I'll do it. I'll watch an episode tonight.
Me too.
But you'll still be ahead.
This is true, but I still need to catch up.
I'll watch one episode tonight. I was just waiting because like I was like maybe I should finish all the movies first so I can understand because I haven't even gotten to the Captain America movies where Bucky comes in.
Ooh, yeah, that's
Well, Bucky's always been in there, but like I mean like comes back. I mean.
Oh, that's true.
But,
Winter Soldier's a really good film. Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks for watching today, guys.
And thanks for listening, you guys.
Mhm. Shout out to our coworkers who have given recent criticisms
And criticisms and
about Sophia's potty mouth.
in my potty mouth. But you know, a lot of people also said that they liked it too, so that's okay. And I will.
I've had people who I would never expect to listen to it,
That's nice.
and come to me and be like, "Hey, I really liked it," and I'm like,
I'm
It
glad
just
you liked
warms
it.
my heart.
Yeah. Well, keep listening. Keep sharing, please. Let us know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns with what's going on here. And if you want us to talk about anything in particular, let us know.
Please tell us, like, if there's something that you really want to hear from us.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Or that we should check out and talk about it.
Yes, we will do it. I promise you.
Because there's nothing else for us to do.
Period.
Homework?
And work.
No.
And work. No.
We're not doing that. We're gonna do whatever you ask.
We're gonna do, yeah, sure, yeah, of course.
We'll reveal here because we already placed the request, but we're literally taking Saturdays off just to do this stuff. So
that was a bold move.
Yeah. I mean, we already did it, so I mean,
we did.
We're releasing this after it'll get accepted.
Okay. Alright, well, this was fun, y'all. Goodbye. See you next week, and have a great day.
Not the kisses.